This is video number 36 titled Immovable. Imagine you are standing firm in the middle of a storm. The wind is howling, the rain is beating down, and the world around you seems to be in chaos. Yet, in the middle of it all, you remain unmoved. This image symbolizes what it means to be immovable when pursuing your goals. No matter what external pressures or distractions come your way, you stand strong, focused, and determined to achieve your vision. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. People will offer their opinions, question your choices, and even try to convince you that your dreams are too far-fetched or unrealistic. Society often pushes us toward a standard set of expectations, encouraging us to follow a safe, predictable path rather than the one that truly lights our fire. But here's the truth. If you want to achieve greatness, if you want to reach your goals, you must become immovable. You must stand firm in your convictions, your dreams, and your pursuit of success, regardless of what anyone else thinks. When the opinions and attitudes of others try to push you off course, you must stay rooted in your own purpose. Being immovable doesn't mean being inflexible. It means staying focused on your own path, no matter how strong the forces are that try to divert you. If you let yourself be swayed by outside opinions, if you allow the attitudes of others to shape your choices, then you give away your power. You risk veering off the course that was meant for you. But when you remain immovable, when you stand your ground in the face of adversity, you unlock a new level of strength that will carry you through to your ultimate success. Let's use Rosa Parks as an example. There is no better example of someone who embodied the spirit of being immovable than Rosa Parks. On December 1st, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white man on a segregated bus. This single act of defiance became one of the defining moments of the civil rights movement and set in motion a wave of change that would eventually lead to greater equality in America. But let's take a moment to consider what Parks' decision truly meant. At that time, the social and legal norms were stacked heavily against her. She was expected to give in, to comply with the oppressive rules of segregation, to move when she was told to move, but she didn't. Rosa Parks stayed seated. She refused to be moved, physically, mentally, or spiritually, by the unjust attitudes and expectations of the society around her. Her choice to remain immovable in the face of injustice came at a great personal risk. Parks knew that by refusing to stand, she would face significant consequences. She was arrested, and she endured public scrutiny and personal hardships for her decision. Yet despite all this, she remained steadfast. Parks knew that her stand, or rather, her refusal to stand, was about more than just a bus seat. It was about a principle, a belief in her inherent dignity and the right to equality. What's more remarkable is that Parks' immovability was not a loud or aggressive form of resistance. It was quiet, determined, and deeply rooted in her conviction. This shows us that being immovable doesn't require you to shout your goals from the rooftops or engage in conflict with others. Often, it's the quiet, unshakable belief in yourself and your purpose that will make the greatest impact. In the end, Rosa Parks' immovable stance inspired millions and helped ignite a movement that changed the course of history. Her story is a powerful reminder that when you refuse to be moved by the negative forces around you, you can create lasting change, not just in your life, but in the world. So, how can you cultivate this kind of immovability in your own life? How can you stay the course and remain focused on your goals, even when external pressures, opinions, and expectations try to push you off track? Here are 4 essential lessons that will help you stay immovable as you pursue your goals. Number 1, trust your vision, not others' opinions. The first step in becoming immovable is to deeply trust your vision. Only you know what is in your heart, what drives you, and what you are capable of achieving. Others will often project their own fears, doubts, and limitations onto you, but that has nothing to do with your path. You must develop the ability to filter out the noise of external opinions and stay tuned in to your own inner voice. This doesn't mean you can't seek advice or listen to feedback, but it does mean that you should always weigh others' input against your own sense of purpose. If their opinions don't align with your vision, then let them pass like the wind through the leaves. Acknowledged, but not influential. When you trust yourself, you become immovable because your foundation is unshakable. Your confidence in your own goals makes you less vulnerable to the doubts, fears, and skepticism of others. Number 2, stand firm in the face of challenges. Every goal worth pursuing comes with challenges and setbacks. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going according to plan, especially when others start questioning whether you're on the right path. But this is exactly when you need to remain immovable. When obstacles arise, remind yourself that they are part of the journey. Each challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve, to prove to yourself that you are capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. Think of obstacles as tests, not of your ability, but of your commitment. Are you willing to keep going even when the path gets tough? Are you willing to stay immovable in the face of adversity? Rosa Parks didn't back down when faced with the consequences of her actions, and neither should you. Every time you choose to stand firm, you build resilience, and that resilience will carry you forward toward your goals. Number 3, to be immovable, you must be rooted in your values. Your values are the principles that guide your actions and decisions, and they serve as the foundation for your goals. When you are clear on your values, you won't be easily swayed by external pressures or the expectations of others. For example, if you value integrity, you won't be tempted to cut corners or take shortcuts just because someone else suggests it. If you value perseverance, you won't give up when things get hard. Your values keep you grounded and give you the strength to remain immovable in the face of temptations or distractions. When your goals are rooted in your deepest values, they become a non-negotiable part of who you are. And when your goals are non-negotiable, you won't be moved by external forces. Number 4, focus on your long-term vision, not immediate approval. One of the most common reasons people give up on their goals or allow themselves to be swayed by others is a desire for immediate approval. We live in a world where instant validation, from likes on social media to praise from peers, can sometimes feel more important than the long-term satisfaction of achieving our true goals. But being immovable requires that you focus on your long-term vision, not the need for immediate approval. You must be willing to endure periods of uncertainty where others may not understand or appreciate what you're doing in order to stay true to your ultimate purpose. Remember, your goal is not to gain the approval of others along the way, it's to achieve something meaningful that aligns with your deepest desires. When you let go of the need for immediate validation, you become free to pursue your goals without being influenced by external judgments. You stay focused on the bigger picture, knowing that true success takes time and patience. Over time, the results of your immovable determination will speak for themselves, and the approval you once sought will become irrelevant in comparison to the fulfillment of achieving your dreams. In the pursuit of your goals, you will inevitably face moments when external pressures try to push you off course. Opinions, expectations, and attitudes from others will challenge your resolve, and life's obstacles will test your commitment. But in those moments, you have the power to be immovable, to stand firm in your purpose and stay the course no matter what. Like Rosa Parks, you can choose to remain unmoved by the forces of the world around you, trusting in your vision, your values, and your long-term goals. The journey will not always be easy, but by cultivating the mindset of being immovable, you can weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. The greatest achievements are reserved for those who are willing to stand their ground, to stay true to their path, and to refuse to be moved by the doubts, fears, or opinions of others. When you commit yourself to being immovable, you unlock a deep inner power that will carry you through to the success and fulfillment you seek. Like this video and leave a comment right now.